I know you've been in Armenia like recently. If you can tell us about your experience,
Yes,
how was it?
right. So,
And
so yeah, we went 3 years ago as a part of an official delegation tour. So we went with California State Assembly Speaker John Perez and Assembly members Adrien Nazarian and Hacho Chajin and some others. And going over there, I mean, for Vanessa, the minute we got off the plane, she started crying.
it was your first time?
It was my first time. I'd never been there before, and it was the most amazing experience of my life. It just still today I cry when I think about it. I cried when there was bonit huts on the table because I grew up. Baskahad, we had bonit huts and gananch on the table, and the first night we went to dinner, there was bonit huts and gananch on the table, and it was just silly things like that. But just, I mean, the people were so wonderful, and just being there and to be there in an official delegation. My father passed away in 91, and so to be able to be there in meeting with the heads of state, I kept thinking, oh, my dad would be so proud right now. It was an amazing experience.
Yeah, it was similar. I mean, and one of the things I didn't fully appreciate until we were there is Armenia, because of its values, it's democratic, it's Christian, so that is, Western culture, but, they're right there in a very dangerous part of the world, and because of some of the historic allies that the United States has in Turkey and Azerbaijan, Armenia doesn't have as close a relationship to America as we would like. At least as I would like. So being there was actually a big deal, and it was very educational. And now we get to come back and to be advocates, for Armenia.
And we went to Artsakh as well, that was amazing, and the people and their love of freedom was just so inspiring. It was amazing.
Hold it. What was great about that, though, the week before we went, because it was an official delegation tour, I received a letter from the Azerbaijan government announcing that if we went to Artsakh, that I would be persona non grata, and so I got this very threatening letter. And so when we entered, we kind of entered late at night. It was very rainy, and so they just waved us through, so we didn't get our passports stamped. So that morning, I said, you got to take me to get my passport stamped because I want them to know that I've been here.
Oh, great. Thank you so much.
Yes.
Thank you. Գիտեք, դուք արդեն ունեք այդ փորձառությունը։ Աշխատում եք 21-րդ աշխատել եք եւ աշխատում եք այժմ։
Yes, I'm աշխատում։
Այո։ Եվ ինչ փոփոխություններ մտածում եք ձեր ամուսինը կարող է անել լավ կենցաղ ստեղծի ժողովրդի համար։
Չի սիրում taxes. Եվ Endel շատ Sacramento-ի մեջ շատ են ուզում.
So he's going to fix you can say English, it's okay.
Yeah, I think that in Sacramento, there's a lot of things that are going on that people don't know about, because when you watch the news, they cover Washington, D.C., but Scott will tell you that the water you drink, the air you breathe, the roads you drive on, the schools your children go to, all of that is determined in Sacramento. And I think that there's some crazy decisions made that the normal person would not be happy with if they knew what was going on there. They have record budgets, they have all kinds of money that comes in, yet it's not enough. And they keep going back, they assault small businesses. So we need an advocate like Scott who's there to just protect.
Who's going to change?
Yes, who's going to protect the people. Also on an Armenian front,
which is very important.
Yes, this is very important. When we went to Armenia, the Assemblyman Adrien Nazarian and Hacho Chadian and Scott, the three assembly people, asked the speaker, we would like to get an Armenian caucus. And he said there needs to be three Armenians in order for there to be a caucus. So do you want to tell this story?
Yeah, so I asked the speaker, I want to start the Armenian caucus. How do we do that? And he said, well, under the rules, it takes three. I see a Chajian, I see Nazarian, but you ain't Wilkian. But there was a dead hide there, so I go to the dead hide. What do I need to do to
Oh my
become
God.
Armenian? And he said, get christened in the Armenian Apostolic Church and you will be Armenian. So when we came back from Armenia, we went down to my mother-in-law's church down in Rancho Mirage and got christened.
Oh my God.
And then we did that over Christmas break, and then I came back and I presented my certificate to the speakers. He said, okay, you're good to go.
So in Sacramento, they started an Armenian caucus. So now the Armenians have a voice in Sacramento, and they've done amazing things in the 2 years that they've been in existence. In fact, it was the 100-year anniversary of the genocide, and you put together a whole program. Right?
Yeah, we had a major program along with art displays and historic displays in the Capitol Rotunda and over at the California Museum. And we've been really strong advocates in terms of getting curriculum in the textbook that acknowledges the Armenian genocide. Because the thing that's really frustrating me is how few people even know, they don't even know that it occurred. So one of the things on all of our doors outside of our offices, there's a sign, and typically people change it all the time. So whatever the issue of the week is, whether it's higher education or whatever, they'll change out their sign. I leave mine sign up, and it's remember 1915.
Oh.
And the reason why I do that, because people come in all day to meet with me, and they'll go, I don't understand your sign.
What is that?
What is that? And then I get to tell them.
Oh, thank you so much. Thank you. We're very proud of you. And it's very important to be part of election, to go and vote. You're a very good candidate. I was digging all day today, Googling about you. And I see a lot of good things. And also, one of our very famous attorney and very good friend of our community, Albert Abkarian, when he was telling me about you and he's endorsing you, but I said, that's it. We have to invite him and we have to talk about this, because you guys did a lot of things which we don't know.
Right.
And thanks to Albert Abkarian
Yay,
to introduce.
Albert.
Yeah.
Yes, we love it.
He's your one of good supporter,
Yes.
which is supporting, and I heard you have very good chances to win this election.
Better, I'm in trouble.
Եվ քաղաքները, որը կարող են մասնակցել այս ընտրությունին, դա շատ կարևոր է, որպեսզի մենք ներկայացնենք։ Ինչպես քիչ առաջ նշեց ձեր ամուսինը, պարոն Սկաթը, Granada Hills, որը շատ հայեր են։
No, հիմա Granada Hills ունի, but the Senate one
okay.
is
Դա շատ կարևոր է, որ նշենք։
Okay, so Senate District, Santa Clarita, Agra Dulce, Acton, Antelope Valley, Palmdale, Lancaster, Little Rock, and then Victorville. So Apple Valley, Adelanto, Hesperia, and Victorville. So Victor Valley area. So Shotmetza, over 1 million people.
Եվ եթե հիմա դիտում են մեր հայրենակիցները, անպայման մասնակցեք այս ընտրություններին, շատ կարևոր է։
As a father to and former community college board trustee, I understand the value of a good education. That's why I've increased funding for our local schools, improved career tech, made college more affordable, and reduced tuition rates for veterans. Every student deserves a high-quality education, regardless of their race or zip code. Parents should have the freedom to choose the school that works best for their children.